Hello, and welcome to this quick guide on understanding and using some common data types we use in Draftbit. Maybe you are crafting an API call or tailoring your app's user interface. In both cases, knowing your data types is key to a powerful experience. Let's dive in. A string is just a text. Like your name on a screen, it's a series of characters or letters in a specific order. For example, hello world is a string. A number, as it refers, its numerical value, like the age 42. A Boolean represents a logical entity and can have two values, true or false. An object holds paired information. Picture a contact card. It has a name and an age like this. In this case, name and age are keys of this object, and Bob and 30 are the values of those keys. An array is a list used for storing a list of items. These items could be numbers, strings, objects, or even arrays. Consider a grocery list. Apples, bread, milk is a string array that stores strings. A number array is a list of numbers. An object array is a list of objects. Here, there's just one object inside, which stores name and age properties or keys inside. We can have also an array, which is a list of arrays. In this example, we have one number array and a string array stored in our array. Let's dive into how we use different data types in our builder. We have set up a sample screen where users can input their personal information, including their name, age, and education level. Starting with the name. Remember, a name is just a text, so we use a text input component for this. Adding a text input component to your screen automatically creates a variable, and it is set as a string, which is perfect for names. The text input component updates its value every time you type, thanks to its built-in onChange text trigger. We have a set variable action by default here, and actually we can see this update in action with a console log. In preview mode. Let's type a name. Now we can see here in the console the update of screen variable value. For age, we switch to a number input component, and like text input component, it automatically adds a screen variable for it. We set its data type as number. This ensures that any input is treated as a numerical value, exactly what we need for age. Now moving to education. Here, for education part, we introduce a picker component to show different options in dropdown. The picker component has its own screen variable attached to it, and its data type set as string. But for the options, we can define another screen variable, which is called picker options. And for the picker options, you can use an array of objects, allowing for both label and value for each option. However, a simple array of strings works too. And let's go with strings for now. Once set, you pick these options in the component settings, in the data tab, in the options section, listed as string array, and let's test it. And we can see the options and make selections. But let's also try using an array of objects for education. Let's go back to our picker options screen variable and change the type to object array. Imagine our options are now objects with label for what users see and value for the unique codes we use in the backend, like so. Our first option, vocational training, with its specific value. Our screen variable is now updated as an object array. This way, even though users see the labels as before, the values sent to the backend are the codes we have defined. Let's see it in action. We can choose the action data. Let's clear. There you go. We chose the vocational training and it showed us the label, but actually we're picking the value for it. Now for a quick look at Booleans, commonly used for conditional display, but we can cover it in another video. We will show it in our built-in components. We have a switch row component on our screen asking users if they have any certificates or licenses. Turning the switch on means true, and off has a Boolean value false. We can verify this in the console. Let's try. Again, choosing the action data, which is a Boolean. When switching it on, we got the value of true, and switching off gives us a Boolean value of false. And all this information gathered from the user can be sent to your backend at the end. And while we've used screen variables here, remember the same principles apply to app and device variables, which we call as global variables. Your choice depends on your specific needs. Thanks for following along. This walkthrough should help you understand and use different data types in your projects. Stay tuned for more.